was with Yama Media, and I'm sitting in for Khalid, who is busy typing away for Saturday. And my co-host, I guess, is Mr. Sex. Oh, go ahead, introduce yourself.
I love it. Julia tries to go over the thing. Give me 5 minutes, wicked.
Got 5 minutes of fame.
Now I'm going to take all 20 minutes if you want. So everybody, I don't even know which camera because I don't want to produce a point in which camera.
This camera. Oh, it's going. Camera facing you.
I'm just being so bad right now. So I hope everyone hears me loudly and clearly. Welcome to another Island Origins Live. Today we are coming from the, should I call it my studio? Yes. The studio of photographer Sexy Man.
AKA David Muir.
AKA David Muir, also known as, definitely, also known as Daddy Muir, legend, ambassadors, all kind of different things. But I'm so happy that you are here. And for those who are with us, obviously, welcome, welcome, welcome. To those who are with us, let's start this conversation by sharing. We're going to have some exciting discussion this evening. So I'm going to try to pull up my phone and actually see if I can get the sharing going myself, because I want everybody on this edition of Island Origins Live is going to be about
Taste of the Islands.
Taste the Islands experience. We're going all in on Taste the Islands this evening. So anything that you have to ask, any questions, any comments, any complaints, whatever it is that you have, bring it today. This is the Island Origins Live talking about Taste the Islands experience this Saturday,
June the 2nd,
4 p.m. to 10 p.m. right here, downtown Fort Lauderdale at the Fort Lauderdale Historical Society, and it is going to be an evening to remember. It is all-inclusive, all food, all drink, all VIP, all fabulousness. There is so much to tell you. And before I get into it, like I said, I am going to get on my phone. I'm going to go to the live stream, and I'm assuming that we're here on Jamaicans.com.
Yes, we are Jamaicans.
Oh, welcome to everybody on Jamaicans.com. What? Why did we look good on the screen here, though?
I'm frozen, actually, but...
Oh, no, man, we look good as gold. But no, we just wait to
Oh.
We're back here. See us here? You're looking down. Look up at the camera.
Hey.
Yes. I said, Kelly was on here, and Adrian Clark. Hey, Adrian.
Hi, Adrian. How are you? Good to see you a while ago.
Judy Brown's watching.
Oh, I'm watching.
Downtown Judy Brown. All right. So,
please remember to share with your friends.
yeah, man. Please share, invite everybody. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go through and invite a lot of people. This is going to be one of the more informal, formal lives that we've ever had.
Extremely informal.
As you can probably tell, since Khalib is not sitting on set, I'm going to be the one doing most of the talking. Usually it's, Khalib-centric, and today it's going to be a little more on the David-centric side. Because she's the one who keeps us on task. I am all over the place. I have a million topics that I want to discuss. I want to go into all kinds of things, and Khalib keeps us, in check. She makes sure that we do the right television stuff. So don't mind me. Oh, yes, and she keeps me out of the patois.
And my role is to make sure that everything is done on time.
Yes, Judy is very good at getting this thing produced properly. So you get to meet Judy on camera for the first time. You've not actually been on our set before.
No,
you're always on set behind the cameras. Wow. Yeah. So tonight, Olivier Brown is doing all of the behind the scenes work. He's over there doing the switching and all that great stuff. And Judy is joining me. Oh, we call that buffering, not aspirin, buffering.
So on Saturday,
talk to me.
What's the first thing when we walk in? I'm not a part of the group, say, and I got my tickets because I heard about the live, and I want to go to experience this Taste of the Islands. What can I expect on Saturday at 4 p.m.?
Well, I think there's a lot to say about what you can expect. So let me put on the phone for a second and get into it. Taste the Islands experience. There's a lot of history, and I don't want to start with the history. I want to save it for when either Khalid comes or later on when we have more people watching. So what I'll say is this. When people arrive at 4 p.m., they're going to come, first of all, to a really sensational venue. It is an extremely tropical and great ambiance. There's a lot of trees, a lot of shade, a lot of greenery. You're gonna see from the very beginning. I'm not sure if everybody knows where it is, but if you are familiar with downtown Fort Lauderdale, there's a popular street, Hershey, where they have restaurants like Taco Craft, and they have, for years, Tarpon Ben restaurant was right there in the corner. Also for people who would go to, you know, the different nightclubs and happenings down there, there's a lot of activities that happen right down there. This is the hip strip in downtown Fort Lauderdale, which is adjacent to the river. So the Tarpon River runs right by this downtown area. Where we're actually doing the event is on the bank of the Tarpon River. So it's a really lush area with the river running right by it. It's just a nice ambiance. So the first thing I'd say people are going to see is, wow, it's a beautiful ambiance. Upon entering the event, actually before you even enter the event, now who called me while I'm on live?
I know, they need to be joining us.
It's called Decline. Before you even get into the event, on the main street there are going to be all kinds of activities going on because it's a happening area anyway. But you will see from the very entrance, one of our partners with the event is Yellow Cab. And they're going to have all their taxis out there. So anybody who wants to take a cab to the event, I don't know it, but I'm sure somebody knows there's a code you can get a discount. What's the code, Billy?
Oh, no, I don't.
All right, somebody's going to be able to find that out and let us know. There's a code so you can get your Yellow Cab to and from the event, which would be great, so you don't have to drive, so you can drink and you can be merry. So definitely check that out. It probably is on the website. So for those who are not aware, the website for the event is ttiexperience.com. So go and check it out. TTI for Taste the Island, experience.com. ttiexperience.com. For more information, especially about our sponsor, Yellow Cab, who would allow you to have that experience without having to drive, which is really great. Additionally, our partners, Carrotix, is going to have a ticket booth right there at the very entrance, so that if you don't have tickets and you have to just get them there on site that day, you can come right up, right at the entrance area, and there'll be ticket booths where you don't need to interact with a human. They'll just have the ticket stall. You can go your credit card, go ahead and purchase your tickets right there, and then move on into the event.
So tell all your friends who may not be coming that they can still come, they can still get their tickets at the day of the venue. As you say, no contact.
Absolutely, none needed. But of course, there are still tickets available now, and if you are still interested in buying tickets, definitely go to the website. There are tickets still available online right now. Of course, some people wanted us to call David. I'm going to tell you, this is called production week. David is doing a lot of things. David does not have the ability to deliver individual tickets to friends and so on. So please don't depend on getting tickets from David. But there are still people who have tickets. For example, a good place to go is, what's the name of that restaurant right there at McNabb and Aylesford? It's what called, no man, called Reggae Pon the
Reggae Pon the Grill.
Yeah, I know Reggae Pon the Grill, they have tickets. I also know that Goldston Spine, what you want? I know that Goldston Spine has tickets at least 2 of their locations, because I know today I left tickets at Goldston Spine at Broward and basically Sunrise. It's between Sunrise and Broward on 441. The Goldston Spine that's there, they have tickets for sale. Also, the Goldston Spine in Pembroke Pines has tickets for sale. Where is that?
But also, if they go on Carrotix, they can just download it. It just
you can get the tickets right now on Carrotix, of course. But just go to ttiexperience.com. You get the tickets on your phone. You just scan it as you come into the venue. You don't need to actually have a physical ticket. You can do that. But some people do it like the physical.
I know. I'm kind of old school that way.
Some people. That's why we do something. That's why we even have this. Magazine, some people just want to read a magazine. Some people don't want to go on the website. They want to actually read a magazine. That's funny, because this is our summer issue of Island Origin. Thank you. Of course, Khalid gets all the credit. Thanks, Khalid, for making us always look fabulous. I was earlier today with this gentleman, who is Chris Dupuy of Lakai Foods. Lakai Foods is one of our best and most loyal. What's your more cause? Come on, people, don't call me while I'm live. But Chris Dupuy, I have to say, a lot of love and respect goes out to Lakai Foods. They're like the Grace Foods for the Haitian community. They are spectacular. They supply a lot of our supplies for the event. A lot of the food products are coming directly from Lakai, as well as from Grace, the good food people. When I was growing up, that was our slogan back then. So yeah, we both have Grace and Lakai providing food for the event.
Awesome.
Great sponsors. And we have a story in this month's Island Origins magazine, and I said this month. It's really this quarter, but one of these days we're going to get to go monthly. But for now, we're still quarterly. And I was with Chris today. I went to pick up a lot of food products. Oh, for those who haven't seen it yet, we're very proud of our summer issue. Again, as we had last summer, it was the food issue. And this summer again, it is the food issue. Thanks to all the advertisers, all of the writers, all of the photographers, all of the editors, all of the people who participated in producing. And I have to say a special big up to the editorial team on the graphic side, because we had a change in the graphic team, and it was a last minute switch, and it was a lot of work, and Khalid did fantastic. And the new team really kept the level as consistent. So even though we have transitioned some of our graphic team members, it was definitely, we didn't miss a beat in terms of the final product. So very, very proud of that.
And also, you can also subscribe as well. Island Origins
mag.com
to subscribe, and you get your magazine
delivered right to you. Right, you subscribe, it comes right there in your mail. Absolutely.
It's very easy. It takes about what, 2 minutes, if that much?
I don't need 2 minutes. Just go to islandoriginsmag.com and you can subscribe. Alright, so Magic, since Judy is not on that side, I'm going to ask, do we have any engagement? Anybody have questions, any comments, anybody watching? What is our engagement like, Mr. Magic, Sir Magic?
I'm not sure if he's
We got some people on.
Any questions?
I don't see any question yet.
People!
Malachi is on.
Malachi, I respect my virgin.
Sharon May is on. Adrian is on.
Okay, alright. We have a few people watching. I love that.
Please. You have to share, guys.
Yeah, I'm really asking. More than any other occasion, today it is actually important for us. Because we do want to get this word out. We do want people to be able to see, want people to be able to ask questions. I'm requesting a specific request. Please do hit the share button so that we can get this word out to a larger number of people. Because there's still a lot of people who, let me see if I'm frozen. Julie said she is frozen.
I'm on the wrong side of the camera, maybe.
Yeah, because you didn't log into the Wi-Fi, you're not getting a good signal.
Sorry.
Alright, so people, I don't want to be quiet, but I'm here inviting so I can get a large group of people. And I do know Khalid is sharing. So Khalid, you know you're not with us. Thank you so much for sharing and getting people involved. That is lovely.
I was on the Wi-Fi of the studio. My apologies. So I have to log on and then I'm able to share as well.
You said you're connected.
No, I'm connected now.
Yeah, I just shared the Wi-Fi with you.
Yeah. Oh, you shared it with me.
Oh, you share with her phone?
Yeah, I can do it from here.
I know technology.
I mean, like typing butter all of a sudden it's like.
It's a DMR media thing.
Yes.
Clearly.
And I have to say, as you mentioned DMR media, I want to spend just a brief moment and say to everybody, DMR media is really fantastic. Judy, you guys, I know this guy is Magic. I should not teach you the other day.
No, please, no. This is
Magic. Magic and Judy, DMR media, and I'm going to say DMR media for you. They are spectacular. They have been great partners. They continue to do wonderful stuff. They help to make what we do much more professional, much more attractive, and much more enjoyable. So for those of you who have been watching our lives the last, I don't even know, it's about 2-3 months now. we've been working, and they've just brought our production value to a whole nother level. So the reason I give that plug is to say to anyone out there, if you have interest in doing any live streaming for any kind of business, it doesn't have to be for this sit down, what do you call it, talking head kind of situation. Anything you're doing, you have a grand opening event for your business, you have a production that's on stage, you need it live streamed, you need it recorded, whatever it is, please use DMR Media. So that's DMR for you. I really highly recommend them. They are doing spectacular work for us, and I cannot recommend them more highly than what I'm doing now, because their work is really amazing.
You want to get any drone footage?
Thank you,
As
Julie.
well,
Tell them
any
all
kind of
about what you
editing that
guys
want to
do.
get done, video editing, photography, not as professional as David.
No. Listen, there are different.
Editing combined, different levels.
Yeah, there are different levels of photography. Sometimes you want what I would just call some generic coverage of your events. You can't take pictures for yourself when you're producing an event. They are going to be able to do that for you. Obviously,
all together for you.
yeah, there's no question, and I'm going to put it on you, Julie, and say that, and soon, very soon, you guys are going to be right there at the same level of me. Why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
In my corner.
Yeah, why not? So, again, I don't even like that idea. I think what we should just own is that they can provide the same level. There's enough business for everybody. I don't definitely hurt for business in photography. So I encourage people, I think maybe at this point they're probably a slightly different price level wise. I'm sure they're going to give you a better deal. So if you want a little less expensive option for photography, call DMR, because they're going to provide you great photography at a little less expensive than I might do.
More affordable, costs more.
Yes. For that, and they're going to give you full production that I won't necessarily do. So yeah, please, it's a wraparound services.
There you go.
And then maybe even you can hire me and them, and then have a bigger
Fantastic.
production. So
There you go.
That sounds good.
Produce it and make it all work.
absolutely. And I'm going to plug right here that Island Syndicate, which is our parent company over Taste Island's Experience, as well as over Island Origin, we also provide similar services, but again, just different segments. So please do not feel any hesitation. If you have any production needs in video, audio, music, whatever it may be, entertainment, please reach out to us. If you're doing PR, if you're doing advertising, we have the solutions for you. And if we don't have it specifically, our partners, we can all provide this type of service. Back to the event, because we're here digressing.
I know, digressing.
But this is me, I like whatever is on the mind, I want to talk about it. So, all right,
I agree.
I'm going to do this.
Okay, so we
I say that there are definitely people watching. Good evening to those who have said good evening. Thank you very much. And welcome to everyone who is on here. And Adrian Clark is saying, hey Julie, long time no see, which I think can't be that long.
Like
but,
half an hour ago.
right. So, hey, look who it is. It's somebody coming in. Come on over.
So now I think the
Oh, you're gonna sneak
school
in?
No, stay right there. I'm just popping in. I'm just taking a mimosa break.
Look at Kelly with
If
the
you don't mind.
flowers in her hair.
I'm getting ready for the thing.
Awesome.
I'm getting myself in the spirit of the, the
Happy
tropical
people.
and my mimosa.
And you bought one glass?
I'm working here.
So she's not working.
I only have one hand because I was looking at the, I'm working very hard, Judy.
I know you are.
Can you hear that I'm exhausted?
Yes, I can hear, I can see it.
We're working. We just got the programs off the press. The swag bags are in the mail. The T-shirts are being printed.
Awesome.
The food is being delivered. The chefs are being coordinated. The fabulousness is being imported from the heavens. I don't know. I can't.
You're fabulous already, isn't she?
I don't feel
Yes.
fabulous today. I feel a little ratchet.
We were told in a production meeting last week, Thursday, that you're going to be unavailable. You're going to be in your finest trills and gloves and everything, and unreachable. We're warned, do not contact
I need to find time to go shopping. I might come and stay with. No.
No,
But no,
upper crust.
I'm gonna try and upper crust it, but we will see. You have to have the pinky. You gotta have the pinky, right?
Oh, pinky, that's
Well, man, it's a lot of work.
It's
Being
a lot of
fabulous, making stuff fabulous.
Listen.
It's gonna all work though.
Oh, look.
Yeah, we've been talking about this.
I hear. I was.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't put it down.
Thank you. What did you like in there? I couldn't hear what you were saying because I was doing the sharing thing because Nikki's not here this week. Hey, Nikki.
Oh yeah, they actually might even be watching us.
They might be watching.
Yeah, because I know
This?
they went live from, for those who don't know, Nikki and Jerry in Israel. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, they were in Paris yesterday.
They're traveling. I'm jealous.
Oh wow.
I mean, not too jealous.
Well, let's
We're going to get a
experience
taste out of the experience. That's all.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna do.
She's pretty good for us.
But yes, but yeah, no, it was fun putting this issue together because for those of you who don't know or don't remember, yeah, but everybody loves something different in there.
Yes.
That's what I love about putting the magazine together because we sit down, we come up with all these story ideas, and then it's like, oh my God, is anybody gonna care about? Is anybody gonna like it? And then they go, look at this.
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, and people have laughed in there, they have cried in there, they go from, Guinness we call our queen of controversy, so, everybody goes to her title on the cover, the Coldfoot, this one is Coldfoot by Candlelight, if you haven't seen it yet. And by the way, if you do want to see the magazine and you haven't got to a hard copy, you can go online to issuu.com/Island Syndicate.
That's ISSUU.com.
/Island Syndicate.
/Island Syndicate.
Yeah, issue.com. That's where you get all your magazines on. And they have this on there, on the Island Syndicate. You can see all 4 of the past issues.
And just so I'm clear,
Yes.
you don't want it on the Island Origins, you just want it on the Island Syndicate, on the issue?
I'm going to tell you why. Because we have such a plethora of things that we produce and prepare.
I agree.
So when we start doing, for example, Solar Magazine, which is the official magazine of
So Lauderhill.
exactly, So Lauderhill. It'll all go. We can figure out the logistics. Maybe we do want a different channel for every single one.
Yeah, because since you're saying it's on the Island Syndicate
Yeah.
and the magazine Island Origin, there might be a
little
little confusion. So
yeah.
I want to make sure people got it clear. You go to Island Syndicate, so
Which
that's
is the name of our
issue
company.
ISSUU.com/Island Syndicate, the parent company, to get to the online magazine. If you don't have the luxury of having one in your hand.
Like I do.
Show off. Which is also the parent company of the Tasty
Tasty
Island
Island.
Experience. Do you all know how this event came about?
Tell us!
Can I get a little reminiscent for a moment?
Yes.
Let's put down, is there a table over there that I can put my
Do that.
memos? So thank you so much, Shirley. So I want to talk about, my neck is over. So I want to talk, oh look at that, there's a table from the
Hello, darling.
So I want to talk about creating Taste the Islands, the television show. That thing, I'm not going to cry. That thing was a labor. I'm not going to tell that story, so it's all good. No, it's all good, right? But creating that television series was a true labor of love. You know how I am. I'm like a dog with a bone, right? If I want to do something, I don't care whether I have money, don't have money. I want to just get it done. I'm going to get it done, and it's going to be done well enough. So, sure, in the meantime, I'll take it over. But myself and Chef Irie were sitting on his balcony one evening. I was building a website for him. And we're sitting down on his balcony one evening, having a conversation about life and what you want to do with your life and whatever. And I was into The Secret at the time. I don't know if you've ever read or watched it.
No, thank you.
No.
Hey, let me tell you something. That thing was so real. I'm gonna tell you, when I conceptualized Taste the Islands, I wanted to get it onto Create TV, and I didn't cry when the Create TV call came in, but I realized when that video said out of nothing and out of nowhere we will be made as long as you decide. It's not even staying focused in it. Staying focused is a part of it, but deciding that this is what is going to happen and this is what you want to do. And when I conceptualized it and then it actually happened, I said, this thing works. The only thing stopping you from achieving what it is that you decide you want to do or whatever it is yourself.
Right.
I don't know how things fell into place for this to happen. It wasn't a quick thing. It wasn't an overnight thing. But we had this conversation. We're sitting on his balcony, and he was talking about restaurant and his charity work that he likes to do. He's a really charitable guy, Chef Irie. And and in the list of things he wanted to do was this television show, and that's all I heard. Because at the time I had just started getting into producing and making, wanting to make television. Had a bad experience shortly before that but it was a learning experience. Everything you do makes you a little bit more strong. And he said he wanted to do the television show. I decided within the next 2 weeks, I was like, are you serious? You're going to do it? You're going to put down 110%? He's like, yeah, if you can make it happen.
Yeah, why not?
And so I started knocking on the doors, the rounds. You go to Digicel and you go to Grace and you go to Jamaica Tourist Board, and everybody kind of just boof me. Like, no, who are you? Who are you again? Do I know you? But this was 4 years ago now. And I can say that knowing these people over years makes a difference. You start with them and maybe you don't get through with them the first time, but who are the people that sponsor us now? It's Grace and it's Jamaica Tourist Board, and those are the people that when you look into the pages of Island Origins magazine, or you look into the pages of the event program that we have here, those are the people who have been supporting us and seeing what we've been doing, and actually
relationship building is real, people.
And it takes time. It's not an overnight thing,
Definitely not.
unless you have appropriate size cleavage. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have 9 cleavages here, but it's not big. It's
I think
not
my
big.
Covered it up, right?
Cover it up.
So yeah, we I won't give you the nitty gritty of the details, but I'll tell you this part. I sold my car, couldn't find any money, and I was like, I'm doing this, I don't care. Sold my car. I got a bicycle, borrowed a bicycle, sold my car, walked up with my sneakers on, walked up at the CarMax, and I walked out with a $7,000 check. That entire series of the show was started with a $7,000 check. And that bought some, pancake mix, $5 pancake mix from Costco, and it bought some pancake syrup, and that's what I was eating for the first 2 hours. That's why you end up putting on so much weight, But that's what I ended up eating for the 3 months, that first 3 months when I was like trying to get it together. We borrowed Allison's kitchen, all right? Telling you all the secrets. We borrowed Allison's kitchen from where she used to live, right? We borrowed people's backyard. We called upon friends. For those of you who don't know, I'm coming from the music industry, so I toured with Kevin Little, and I was in the midst of, the Inner Circles and the Atto Boldams, who was on the original version of the TV version of Island Origins and whatever. And so we were able to call upon these people and say, come and be a part of this, and everybody kind of just came together and put it out to their various social media channels, and it was a team. And David was there, right? Judy and Magic weren't there, but
but they're here now.
They're here now, and they are all up in everything that we're doing. If you come to the event and go to the culinary theater, they had a great hand in putting that together as well, and that was a team effort. It's supported by the Broward County Cultural Division and the Cultural Commission. And the Cultural Commission. Council. I need to get it right. I need to get the full attribution memorized.
So, and thanks to everybody. Listen, it's so interesting actually. Gwyneth and I were having a conversation yesterday here before they went to the airport, and it was so funny. I don't know if you know this part of the story, but Adrian Clark was doing. Oh, Adrian, you're on live, so I shouldn't talk about you now. But Adrian Clark is so fantastic. I mean, what the Cultural Division for Broward County does is great for this county where we live, work, and play. And Adrian Clark had said to me, I see what you do in the community. There are funds available for you doing what you're doing. You should apply. And that was a spark. That now, when you look at it, there are at the very least, about 15 individual artists who are receiving grant funds as a result of that one push to me, and then I said to somebody else, who said to somebody else, who said to somebody, and all of these other people now are receiving funds for the different projects that they put together. And then even more to the credit of the Cultural Division and to Adrian and the rest of the team there, and I can talk about everybody, whether it be Grace or Jim or even the cute guy across the street.
That's mine. Don't worry about it.
So the Earl and everybody who is there, is that they really are extremely supportive beyond even what you would imagine. Because while they do provide funds, they provide moral support, they provide coaching, and then even when you think you've gotten all you can get, then they provide access to additional funding. So we cannot say enough for what the Cultural Division and the Cultural Council.
Broward County
Yes.
Cultural Division.
And-
The rest of them are right. But Broward County.
Yeah. And then two, the Broward County Commission, because it's the commissioners who provide the council and also the cultural division with the ability to do these types of help. So it's really the whole county. And
I am overwhelmed with the support that they have offered to us. They seem to love the idea of this project, and we'll tell you as well how we're jumping all over the place here.
yeah, man.
But how the Historical Society, David of course goes everywhere and knows everybody, and we went to this expo at, was it an expo? At the Broad
Convention Center.
Convention Center.
Yeah.
And you know, you hang out and you talk to the people and you teach people chocolate and M&Ms and take people's chocolate. They have them out there for you to take. So I went and took somebody's chocolate, and it turned out to be Patricia Zeller at the Historical Society. And we started a little conversation, had a little chit chat. She goes, "Oh, she's such a lovely lady." She goes, "Oh, you're Jamaican. Do you know Dale Holmes?" Right? Can we say Dale Holmes? Yeah. Oh, do you know Dale Holmes? Right. So we said, yeah. She says she's been trying to get him to do something for Caribbean American Heritage Month, and Fort Lauderdale is this great community. They love culture, they love the arts, but they've never seen a good representation of the Caribbean community, and would we be willing to do it? And I was like, David, we're looking for somewhere. We're looking for somewhere to talk to this thing.
Together.
So we went and had a meeting with them, and they were happy to do it. They told us what we could do, what we couldn't do, and when we went and saw the grounds up there,
It is beautiful.
wow, right? It's kind of literally, I mean, we use breathtaking in our verbiage because you go up there and you're looking at grass fields, and you're looking at the river, and you're looking at the little ships going by, and people playing their reggae music on the ship, and you know.
Speaking of the view,
Yes.
it's 7:33 commercial break. We could play that video
Oh, are we
of
there?
the commercial.
Are you producing us? Is that
Yes.
what's going on?
I'm set
Bad habits,
producer.
sorry.
All right.
I'm set
So,
producer.
I was thinking we could do that after you finish.
so sure, we can
section.
do it right now. Are we set up to do
Imagine.
it? Are we set up to
Do
do
like a
it?
second.
We're working on it. Look like
Okay.
it's
Working
thinking.
on it. All right. So you point me to when it's happening. But yeah, so the grounds were just absolutely breathtaking. It's tropical foliage, so you're looking at these big lush trees, you're looking at the flowers, you're looking at even ducks and iguanas out there. They're friendly, don't worry.
No snakes.
Yeah, no snakes,
Okay.
just ducks and iguanas. And we have been allowed to bring in other fabulous things of nature like rum and food and music
Absolutely.
and girls in carnival costumes and steel drum bands and all of the wonderful stuff that's going to be out at the event.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fantastic. I hope everyone is planning to come. If you're not in Fort Lauderdale, tell your family to come out. It is an extraordinary event. It is going to be a small and intimate audience. It's not like 10,000 people. It's like literally a few hundred people. It's literally like a few hundred. So come. It's like a few. People come and enjoy the intimacy of it. It's a few hundred, not thousands.
Like 10.
Right.
Okay, so on that note, before you came, we were talking about the yellow cab,
Yes.
the sponsor.
Oh my
We
gosh.
weren't sure of the code
Oh,
that they
it's
could
right
use.
here. Free ride 18.
Free ride 18.
Oh, it's right here.
It's
Yeah.
right there. Free
Oh,
ride
my
18.
glasses.
Pointing right to
Right.
it.
I think they're gonna have one. It's on the social media, which I have not been on. Forgive me, I've been working. But they have another one specifically for the day of the event.
Okay.
That anybody who is at the event, so if you live down here in Fort Lauderdale, you get like a $10 off type of situation. So you get you basically can ride home for free. You and I could ride home for free because it's just a few minutes from the venue.
Right. But
Right, so it's $10 off anywhere you want to take your ride with
Okay.
Yellow Cab. So
Oh,
we're not
that's awesome.
doing the rest of it. We're not doing the ooh one, and we're not doing the what the other one name. We're not doing
Yellow Cab is a sponsor.
Yellow Cab was
Yellow.
said.
That's
Hashtag
right.
ride yellow.
Okay, and on
Right.
that note, it's
On
time
that
for
note.
commercial break.
Commercial
Take it away,
break.
DJ Magic.
Today's episode of Island Origins. What is the island or is it? Oh, right.
Oh.
Today's I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Today's episode of Island Origins is brought to you by DMR Media, including Miss Judy Brown, Judy Campbell Brown,
Yes.
Campbell
Campbell
Brown,
Brown.
right? As well as Magic behind the scenes, who you can't see, but I know you can hear him laughing because we're getting audio from laptop, not from a microphone. Oh, it is a microphone. I heard you. You know, I heard you when you were. But anyway, all right. And Magic, who is magical behind the scenes, right? Also, our friends She is not here today. She is traveling the world. She's globetrotting. But she is normally who is in charge of all of our social media and our graphics for this fabulous show. And of course, the Taste the Islands Experience, brought to you by Sunny.org, Red Stripe Beer, Island Syndicate, Island Origins Magazine.
Where's some more of that champagne?
I know.
Oh, sorry, sorry. The ad is coming up, so Magic, take it away.
Gourmet Bites, Caribbean cocktails, fabulous people. The all-inclusive 2018 Taste the Islands Experience, June 2nd from 4 to 10 p.m. on the breathtaking tropical grounds of the Fort Lauderdale Historical Society. Indulge in gourmet island cuisine, premium cocktails and spirits, cooking and mixology demos with celebrity chefs, live DJs, and more. Visit TTIExperience.com. That's TTIExperience.com. Powered by Island Syndicate and Sunny.org.
And we're live.
I don't understand those kind of counting. You know, I'm looking in this this event program that was so nicely put together by the folks at Island Syndicate. By the way, if you need any kind of event program or publishing, please call the folks at Island Syndicate. All right, so, and I'm looking in here, and with all of the various sponsors and I have to say there are events going on within the event during the course of the day, right? So, while the commercial break was happening, Judy was asking about the culinary theater.
Yes.
Have you seen or heard of anything like that before?
Not to
We were doing it.
No.
All right, so it's one of the things that I am very proud of us coming up with, because it was a group discussion. We discovered this term culinary theater. Like, what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah.
You know, what are we gonna do with that? It has to be dramatic. And so we had a discussion that, David actually came up with this thought that, it sounds like somebody's going to be, doing some kind of dramatic presentation and there's food going to be involved. And so we decided together that we were going to do this concept where we have people talking about the history of the Caribbean. It's very dramatic and thespian and all. And so then talk about we had 4 different people come in. Haitian, Jamaican, Cuba. The Trinidad one had a little technical issue, so it's not going to be in the thing.
No.
But we still have good representation. We have Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba. And we had these fabulous actors, including Dr. Sue, who is not going to be here with us, right? But we had these fabulous actors do this dramatic presentation written by a young, spectacular writer.
Awesome.
Zen,
big up.
right?
Yeah.
Zen, I'm only going to use the artist only known by the first name Zen.
Right.
Right? But she's been interning with us, she's been working with us, and she wrote these very deep, powerful scripts.
Yeah, man, really great.
We had great actors to portray them, and we captured them on film, and they're now being they're now being overlaid with the archival B-roll, and to tell the story of the Maroons in the hills and the slaves coming from Africa, and how they preserve and how they preserve the meats in the ground with the spices, and this is how jerk came about. And then you taste a piece of jerk while you're hearing about the story of jerk. And it's the same with the ropa vieja from Cuba, and it's the same with the griot and the tostones. Well, it's not tostones, it's banan pez from Haiti. I'm learning all these Haitian foods, right? But that's the experience that you're gonna have inside of the culinary theater. And notice anytime you talk to people about it, they're like, "Ooh, I want to taste that. I want to see that. I want to taste that."
People need to come out to Taste the Islands Experience on Saturday to be a part of our culinary theater.
To see the culinary theater, it's happening every hour, right, from 4:30 onward, and it's limited seating, so I think it's like 60 seats per show. Right, and then the culinary museum, that's going to be open throughout the course of the day, so you can go in and read about the various flavors and the backgrounds of the food and where did it all come from. Because the majority of, I didn't know that the majority of fruits and stuff from the Caribbean didn't come from here. Coconut wasn't born in the Caribbean. Mango isn't native to the Caribbean. Half of the fruits and cane wasn't native to the Caribbean.
Well, they're native there now.
Yeah.
They're living there now.
Just like
they're naturalized citizens.
Yeah.
Right?
And I want to just say one more time to anyone who's watching, please share. We really want this week's episode of Island Origins Live to reach a large cross-section of people. Our event is this Saturday. We want to spread the word about the event, about all the different parts that we're talking about. So please do me a huge favor and share this week. Share now for us. Don't wait. Just hit share, and I thank you for sharing.
And then my favorite part, the demos on the stage.
That's where you'll find Julie, right? So I was thinking the same thing. I wanted to get into the chefs a little bit because obviously we have our two, headliner chefs, Chef Tia and Chef Irie, representing Haiti and Jamaica. Chef Tia actually had, we talked about the story that's going to make you laugh in this issue, which is called Food by Candlelight. The story that will make you cry is Chef Tia's story called Cook, Pray, Dance. And she talks about her survival from assault. Her son was born from a sexual assault that she experienced when she was 19 years old. And she shared that whole story, how much she loves her children, how much it made her stronger, how her family rallied against her in some cases and made her feel like, whatever in some cases. So beyond just the food, she has a deeper message in her life. We talked about Chef Irie doing all of his charitable works and all that kind of stuff. So all of these people that you are going to meet, who are the chefs who you see on television and goofing off and having a good time, there's a lot more behind them. And so when you come out on that day, please talk to them about the food, yes, but about everything else that they're doing in their lives and the wonderful ways that they've impacted people. But what we're doing with the demos, so we have Irie, we have Tia, we have Chef Amit, who is flying here from Trinidad to do his fish pakoras and coconut curry chicken on a bed of jasmine rice and and his handmade right there. So what you call them, doubles? He's doing doubles right there, right on the grill, on the doubles machine, whatever that thing is. And we have this year's winner of the mixology competition, the Pepsi mixology competition, apparently, at the Chef's Challenge in Washington D.C.
Question. Will I be able to sample some of the mixology end product when I'm below the stage producing?
Well, I was hoping I'm going to do it while you're producing, but quite certainly after you are finished producing.
I think that I should experience all the taste before it happens.
But I don't think you should say it on the live. We're actually telling our volunteers and by the way, if you want to volunteer, we're still accepting volunteers. But we're actually telling our volunteers that they cannot drink while they're working.
And this is an exceptional case where I'm concerned.
So you didn't hear it.
Sure that everything was okay.
Right. Okay.
So we didn't hear that.
You're just testing.
I was just testing. To make sure.
Yes. You need to make sure the quality of the food and the drink is
okay. It had nothing to do with anything else.
Okay.
Just one little taste.
All right, so understood. But everything that they will be making on stage is from this selection of food that they will have inside of their tents in the Taste the Islands Pavilion. Did you talk about the various sections?
Not yet. We're waiting for
That's
you
why
to
we
come
run
in.
expert Kalima.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We want to build the audience first, so we don't want to just jump into it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, right? Every other day of the year, you do your casual thing. You go to Walmart in your pajamas, you do your schlepping and your ray and your whatever, and your ratchetness, right? I've come in here in my robe already with David and Guinness Live, and I'm having a good time in my robe with my hair all messed up. But every now and again, the same way, some of us will take a day and just go and get a spa day or do a massage or whatever. Every now and again, you want to do something that just makes you feel good. Don't worry about the price. Oh, it's expensive. Just worry about having a good time. And
you have to live.
Yes, exactly. And that is what we aspire to do with this event, right? Once you walk in the gate, Alison, our partner, who is also the producer of Hennessy Artistry in Barbados, she always likes these grand entries. So she has this big, long, entry with this fabulous Caribbean feel planned. You come in, you're going to get your welcome champagne from Corbel, or your welcome mimosa, yes, which I brought appropriately, from Corbel, right, is the sponsor for that. You walk a little bit around the corner and you're going into the Taste the Islands Pavilion, which has a full Caribbean feel to it. Jamaica Tourist Board, I don't know if you've ever seen them when they're decorating them king, but it's like wow, right? It's like wow. I can say like wow. That's English.
No,
before that.
Oh, when they have decked out their thing. Thank you very much for catching me. Right. But anyway, when they decide to put on a show, they put on a show, right? They make you feel like you are a VIP. And so they're the first thing you're gonna see when you bust the corner. Right? When you come around when you come around the corner, that's the first thing that you're gonna see. You'll see that Jamaica tourist board tent. You'll see the coconut water from Grace and the tropical rhythms and all those truly genuine Jamaican things. Chef Tia is gonna be there with her Haitian food. Chef Amit with his Trinidadian spread. You might see the Carnival girls there at that time. I'm not sure. Right?
Supposed to be there at about 5 or 6.
They should be there, and they're going to be there in the afternoon. So Carnival is another partner of ours. You will see the steel drum band that they will also be bringing in. Right? DJ Nicky Mix, you're going to hear his music if you continue around to the back where Restaurant Row is. Who is that restaurant? Yeah, she has a crush on Nicky Mix. Yeah, her husband, I don't know if he cares about that, but husband, do you care about that? Yeah, all right.
Can't hear anything.
Fabulous. Okay,
Careless.
so the restaurants in Restaurant Row, Julie, would you like to do the honors of sharing who's going to be serving food and drink in the restaurant?
We have Bamboo Shack, Catering CC, Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival.
They're doing a jerk vegetarian dish.
Oh, really?
Yes, two servings of something, yes. Localicious.